Welcome everybody, Max Whitman here, back again. Night 14 features Diesel, Big Daddy Cool Kevin Nash, taking on the man of 1,000 masks, Mil Mascaras. In our main event, it's The Rock, the most electrifying man of all time, taking on the Blackheart, Owen Hart. We are closing in on the end of round 1. Who will move on to round 2? Welcome back, as always, folks. I am Max Whitman. This is the Book It Better. Sorry, the Book It Better Tourney of the Goats. This is our 200 subscriber celebratory tournament. If this is the first time you are joining us, if it's not the first time you're joining us, welcome back. I hope you've enjoyed the first round as much as I have so far. We've had a couple of upsets, but mostly where we expected things to be. The upsets we have had so far have been tremendous, though. Here we are, Kevin Nash, Big Sexy, Big Daddy Cool, Diesel, whatever you want to call him, going one-on-one with Mil Mascaras, closing in on the end of round 1, and Big Daddy Cool opens it up with a big-time power slam. This has been a lot of fun. Jesus, man, it's been a lot more work than I expected it to be, I gotta be honest. This first round has absolutely killed me time-wise, and it's been a lot more work than I thought. So I am extremely excited to move on to round 2 when I've only got to put together 8 episodes. So there's only 16 matches for round 2, and I am greatly looking forward to that. I've learned a lot of lessons in round 1 here. Basically a lot of lessons on how not to run this tournament. We've talked about it before, I think, but basically I'll give you a rundown of how I've done this so far. So, in an effort to get as many of the first round matches done as quickly as I could, I was kind of just running them, recording them, and just kind of going about my day as the matches recorded. I wasn't doing any kind of commentary or anything like that. I would just record the match, save it into Camtasia, and do it that way. And so I basically recorded the entire first rounds, all 32 matches of the opening round, without even really watching them or without even really doing any kind of commentary on them. And the game plan was, and what I have ended up doing, was then just to put all those matches into 2-match episodes and do the commentary on the matches, while I was basically watching the matches for the first time. Some of them I had seen, when they were recording, but mostly watching them for the first time. Well, what this did that I didn't realize it was going to do is you can't mix Camtasia projects. So at least as far as I know, you can't. So I had all these Camtasia projects. Nash going for the cover here, not even a 1 count. I had all these Camtasia projects that I now had to turn into videos. So I turned them into videos, right? I turned all these matches into uploadable videos, MP4s. And then I bring the MP4s into Camtasia to do the episodes. Well, then there were some episodes, and I still didn't learn my lesson. There were some episodes that I then saved as episodes, but they still didn't have commentary. So then I had to bring that episode back, add the commentary, and then resave it again. So some of these episodes I've essentially uploaded 3 different times. So not the most efficient way of getting this kind of stuff done. Lesson learned for round 2. I won't be doing any of that for round 2. Round 2, I will be doing the commentary live as I'm watching the match for the first time. And then just that way I'm really just, 1, I feel like the commentary is better when it's live, and 2, it's just a lot less work in the long run. Just basically doing everything in 1 take. Now it is nice to have a couple of takes. If I screw something up in the intro or something like that, then I can just kind of restart the video and do it if a take. But I like the live, the unpredictability of it. And if I botch something, the big boot sending Mascaras over the top rope there. And if I botch something, then it's a botch. A little bit of lag here on my screen. I don't know if you are seeing that. There we go. Oh, we're lagging here. I don't know if you're seeing the lag here. I'm definitely seeing the lag. But I'm just going to continue to commentate as if I'm not seeing the lag here. And hopefully this video isn't crap when it's done. There we go. I'm not lagging anymore, I don't think. No, we're good. Well, we are definitely laggy here. Well, I'll continue the commentary as if I'm not lagging. Hopefully, when I upload this video, there's no lag in it, because I will say that my timeline on Camtasia here is moving smoothly, but the actual video itself is not. So hopefully, when the video gets saved, the commentary is all right. But anyway, so that's another thing there. I won't have to worry about things like that, where the video in Camtasia, if Camtasia is lagging a little bit, the video won't be lagging when I do it live. So that's what will be going on for round 2. And then it's going to be that way pretty much. I'm trying to think. Let's say round 2, then round 3 is the Sweet 16, round 4 is the Elite 8, and then you've got Final 4, and then the Championship. So the Final 4 and the Championship, my goal is to live stream that. So my goal is to get the Professor and Kato in here. We'll do kind of a big event, and all 3 of those matches, both semifinals and the final match, will be done live. We'll live stream that. I think that would be really cool. I think that would make that kind of feel. I think it would give it like a big match kind of feel, or a big episode feel if we did that live. So that's the current game plan. All total, this tournament's going to take well over a month. And I got to be honest, it's been a lot of work. But it's been a blast, man, and I really freak out. I really have wanted to do. I've wanted to do one of these tournaments for a long time, and way back when we first started the channel, really, when we first said, "Oh, back body drop out of the top." I love when they hit a back body drop or a vertical suplex out of the ring. Nash got a chair here. Not the smartest thing to do. Get yourself disqualified in the tournament. So way back when we first started doing TEW, when I first got Fire Pro, I should say, one of my first ideas was, well, shit, I want to do a tournament. I want to do an AI versus AI tournament. And at the time, we had, I think it was maybe 42 modern day wrestlers. So we had Aleister Black was in there, Seth Rollins, all the modern greats from Ring of Honor, New Japan, WWE, that whole deal. And that was the original idea. So the original idea was to just do a big tournament and have that as and do that sort of as its own Fire Pro league, right? So we would have the Book It Better Wrestling League in Fire Pro. And it just never really got. I think I did the first 3 or 4 matches in a tournament. Just kind of lost interest, got busy doing other stuff. WWF Classic took off, the TEW series really took off. And we just kind of got focused on that. Big cross body. Oh! 2.9 Nash nearly put away. I tell you what, not to get sidetracked from the story I was telling, but Lucha Libre has had a terrible draw in this tournament between drawing Big Show, Andre the Giant, and now Kevin Nash. It's really been an uphill battle for Lucha Libre, and if Mil Mascaras can put away Kevin Nash, what a step in the right direction for Lucha Libre that would be, because they have not fared well. But to my story, that was the original idea. And then TEW, WWF Classic really took off. I started doing the Let's Learns. That really took off. And that just kind of became the focus. And so, but I knew that I always wanted to come back to a tournament. And anybody who knows me personally knows that they will attest to the fact that I don't do anything small. I'm incapable. I'm completely incapable of scaling things down, right? So when I have an idea, it has to be the biggest and the best, that it can be. And so when I came back to the tournament, it was like, well, we're getting close to 200 subscribers. Let's do a celebration tournament. It was never any doubt that it was going to be the greatest of all time tournament. That it was going to be 64 guys, March Madness style, and we were going to seed it. And honestly, even the way it's come out, honestly isn't even as big as I wanted it to be, right? I wanted to have a green screen, set up a commentary table, and do commentary, pre-tournament commentary, match analysis, the whole 9 yards. And it just didn't really, we couldn't get the guys together, and I wasn't sure how to do it on my own, and so we just kind of went with this. But I do want to do, my idea for live streaming, I would love to set up a green screen and a commentary table, and while the matches are going on, I want to put us in the bottom right corner or the top right, wherever, so you can also see the commentary table, and you can actually watch us watching the match kind of with everybody. So I think that'd be kind of a cool thing for the live stream, would be to kind of do that. And Nash is going to pick up a win here. 2.9. 2.9. So that's kind of where we're going with that. But this honestly hasn't even been as big as I wanted it to be, and it has been a labor of love for sure. This first round has killed me. Nash is going to steal 1, 2, 3. 2.9. It's really been a labor of love, but I've really had a lot of fun doing it, and it's been way more work than I could have possibly imagined. And we're not even through the first round yet, but I'm having a blast with it. I really, really hope you guys are having a blast with it as well. I really hope you guys are having a good time with it as well. But I'm having a good time. That's what matters, isn't it? That I'm enjoying myself. So Masker's gonna fly. He's gonna hit it. Tope Suicida.
6, 7, 8.
And then brawling on the outside. We're brawling on the outside.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Dropping a leg. Nash may pick up a count-out win here. No, actually, Masker is first back into the ring. This has been a pretty good match. I really expected Nash to be kind of running away with it. Maskers has put up a good fight. Both men into the ropes now. Maskers ducks under. And a big left hand from Nash puts Maskers down. Both men down. Both men to their feet at the same time. Nash out on his feet, though. Back elbow makes the counter. And a big-time clothesline. Big lariat from Kevin Nash. Nash calling for giving the too sweet. Maskers sidesteps it. Takes it out with a Russian leg sweep. But both of these men exhausted. Both barely able to stand. Nash coming off the ropes. And he's going to hit a big clothesline. And the big boot blocked by Maskers. But the clothesline connects. Dude, that's like 5 clotheslines in the last 30 seconds. Maskers sending Nash on the ropes. Drops down underneath. Drops down underneath again. And he's going to hit the arm drag. So, 2 drop downs and an arm drag. Classic Lucha Libre. Maskers has wrestled in old school. Oh, he's going to roll Nash up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he pinned him. Pins him with a victory roll. Mascaris pins him with a victory roll. Mil Mascaris, Lucha Libre, finally in the win column. Finally picking up a victory. Mil Mascaris is going to put the win. A victory roll pinfall, 98 rated match. Probably, arguably the best match of Kevin Nash's career. But Lucha Libre finally in the win column. They finally get somebody to round 2. And that might have been their last chance. No, Dos Caras has a match. Dos Caras takes on Okada in the last episode. Final match of round 1. Okada versus Dos Caras. So there is still an opportunity for Lucha Libre to get a second guy into the second round. But not a good tournament so far for Lucha Libre. But Mil Mascaris knocks off Kevin Nash. I'm kind of happy about that. I wasn't really pulling for Kevin Nash in the first place. Now we get Owen Hart versus the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I love The Rock. Not even for wrestling. Honestly, I wasn't even a huge fan of his as wrestling. I mean, obviously, I love The Rock. Don't get me wrong. But I'm a big fan of The Rock. Just the guy. Dude just seems like a genuine guy. So we'll see what Owen can do here. Brett already advanced. I would love to see a Owen versus Brett late. I think if Owen and Brett meet, would that be in the finals? Let me look that up, actually. I'm curious. I'm curious to see if Brett and Owen could meet. If Brett and Owen could meet in excuse me, I'm yawning here. Excuse me. It's been a long day. Early morning. So Brett. No, so Brett and Owen, if Brett and Owen were to meet, it would be in the finals. Right? I think. Yeah. Yeah, so they're in two different sides of the bracket. So, I tell you what, a Brett versus Owen final, while that would completely throw off essentially everybody's bracket, I would love to see Brett versus Owen in the finals. What a story that would be. You know, I feel like, you know, like I said, and I've talked about it before, I feel like, while I'm, you know, some of the upsets that we've seen so far would never happen in real life, right? If I'm booking this, I'm never booking Samoa Joe to beat Shawn Michaels. It's not gonna happen. You know, I'm never booking the Ultimate Warrior to beat Stone Cold. It's just not gonna happen. But I like that it can happen in this. And honestly, you know, obviously, look, when you lose those two guys in the first, anytime it's possible those two guys lose in the first round, okay, so your tournament may no longer be a tourney of the goats, right? You've got some things that, if it was a work, would never have happened. But this is essentially a shoot, you know, and I like that aspect. I think it's a lot of fun. It may not be the most realistic. It may not be. We may not get the greatest of all time actually winning the tournament, but it's a fun project, and I like the unpredictability. I like that it's not that I like that I'm not booking it, and who knows? Maybe one day down the road. Actually, I almost certainly, when this tournament is all done, maybe that'd be a good follow-up episode. Maybe I'll see if I can get the Professor and Kato to get down here in studio. Maybe we'll do, when this tournament is all over, maybe we'll go through the bracket, and we'll kind of book it as if, you know, as we would have booked it if we were booking a greatest of all time tournament. I think that could be kind of a fun discussion point. Into the ropes go both men. And The Rock with the back elbow. Going for the cover here. A win there would have been the fastest win of the tournament. Rock going to work on Owen here. A couple stomps to the head just then. But still just the 2 counts. Owen a fighter. And back body drop. We're looking, if I had to take a guess, we're probably looking at about 1995 Owen Hart here. Looking for a victory roll victory. A victory roll victory. I think that's a new sentence. I don't think anyone's ever said it before. Victory roll pinfall, maybe. Victory roll victory sounds redundant. I don't know what that was. He like basically dove head first onto him. We'll call that a neck breaker, where Owen jumps off and breaks his own neck. Oh, he's taking the sharpshooter. Sharpshooter. Owen with the finisher locked in, with the sharpshooter locked in. Can you imagine if Owen taps out The Rock? Holy hell. And it's a big Samoan drop from The Rock.
10 minutes gone.
This has been a good match. I've enjoyed this match so far. Right out here at the announce table in front of us. Owen off the ropes, going over the top. Springboard cross body.
6, 7.
The Rock essentially no-sells it, though. He's just burying him.
11, 12.
Little taunt action for The Rock. Owen back in the ring on the 12 count. For those of you who don't understand, we are using a Japanese-style ring out, which is 20 count, as opposed to the standard 10 count that you see in the United States, particularly the WWE. That was actually the biggest confusion for me when I started watching New Japan. I couldn't figure out why so many, like, why when I hit 10 and the match wasn't over on a ring out, I was beyond confused. I had no idea what was going on. I actually had to Google the Japanese count-out rules to realize it was actually 20 count, which I actually like better than 10. I feel like a 20 count gives you a much better opportunity to actually take the fight to the outside and do some cool shit out there without having to dive back into the ring so quickly, you know?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I feel like, let me see a 10 and 11 count there. Yeah, I feel like the 20 count makes more sense. It's odd hearing them count to 20, but I do feel like it makes more sense in the grand scheme of things, and psychology-wise, it makes more sense, and it also allows you to build the drama of a count out more, right? If you gotta knock somebody out for 20 seconds, it's a lot easier to believe that somebody could recover from something on the outside and slide back in on 19 than it is to think somebody could take a... Is he gonna sweet chin music him? Oh, he's sweet chin music! Sweet chin music! The Rock no-sells it. I think it's a lot better, it's a lot easier to think that somebody could, take a choke slam through the announce table and recover for a 19 count than it is on a 9 count. And a moonsault from the top rope. We get a rope break, though. So I like the Japanese style of count, and that's what... Oh, he stole it! Oh, he hit the rock bottom! Owen just steals the rock bottom. Can you imagine if he beats him with a rock bottom? Standing dropkick, beautifully executed from Owen. The Rock gonna whip Owen into the rope. Coming in hard, clothesline in the corner. Swings for the fences for a second clothesline and misses. Now Owen with a bit of momentum. Quickly stomped on, quickly put an end to that with the back elbow. And the running clothesline. Rock off the ropes again. Looking for a second clothesline. No, he's going to spin around, hit the tilt, well, sort of a tilt-the-world DDT there a little bit. Planting Owen. Both men starting to wear down here. You can see it in the Rock stance. Now off the ropes, both men going to miss the clothesline. And a belly-to-belly suplex from Owen. Standing dropkick again, beautifully done. Rock bottom, hits the rock bottom. Rock hits it, goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 2. Oh, 2. Oh, he kicks out. He kicked out on 2.9. In a fisherman suplex. 2, 3. Oh, he beat him. Oh, Owen Hart beat him. Owen Hart kicks out of the rock bottom. Hits a, I think it's a fisherman or no Northern Lights suplex maybe, and picks up the victory. Oh my God. Michaels is out. Austin is out. The Rock is out. Owen Hart moving on. We get one step closer to a finals of Owen versus Brett. Folks, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for stopping by. Come on back here tomorrow for the match everybody's waiting for. John Cena versus Roman Reigns and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Mitsuharu Misawa. Have a good night, folks.